Welcome to Talking Technique No Trouble. This is Ari with episode 74. Walk This Way by Aerosmith, just to get you in the mood. Has a whole bunch of very cool spots for the bass. And I want to take a look at some of them and see what we can learn from a technical aspect and also what we can learn from a creative aspect. Pretty inspiring stuff. Let's dive in. The first of the two spots is in the chorus. That. And the second spot is in the guitar solo. So these two spots we're going to take a look at. What's interesting about the spot in the chorus is that the chord changes are C7 going to F7, bar C7, bar of F7, and there is this lick in there that's in a C minor pentatonic. So the chord says F7, but the pentatonic is C7. Why does this work? Because it goes back to C7. Context is everything. And in this case, it goes back to C7, so I'm already getting that flavor of C7 with that C minor pentatonic lick over the F7. So it's C7, F, and that C minor lick over the F7. Now please mind those two cool slides. Slide 1, slide 2. In order to do what I'm about to show you, you really want to know the fretboard super well. The minor pentatonic has the scale degrees root, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 7, root, and as seen from C, that's C, E flat, F, G, B flat, and C. There are 5 nice shapes that you can play. I like to give them box shape names: big box, little box, big box, the upside down boot, the hexagon, the boot, and then you come back around. If you'd like those 5 shapes, you want to shed from the bottom up, all of the fretboard, staying in one position. There are many, many ways how we show you how to learn these shapes so that you really know them, right? Do you know them from the top, for example? Do you know them one up, one back? There's many, many ways how you can practice them. For the context of this, though, once you know them really well, you want to be able to connect them. And I'll show you why. Because this cool thing, I cannot play inside one of these box shapes. It doesn't work because of these slides. This would be fine, but once I go from the F to the E flat, I need to stay on the same string. So I need to combine 2 of these shapes. That's no problem for me because I know where all these notes are through the systematic practice that I've done through the box shapes, right? So what I now want to do is take this cool idea and lay it through all the 5 positions where I can play this. Now, if I take just the C minor pentatonic notes and walk them up the D string, which happens to be the string in which I'm starting this little riff, I got F, G, B flat, C, and E flat, right? Before I come back around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm starting all of this with the pinky for a reason, because that's the note where I'm going to start the slide. And the structure of this riff is it never skips a note. Never skips a note. So it goes from wherever it starts, up a note, up another note, back to where you started in a stepwise motion. Now once you're there, it slides down to a note, and then I have a couple more notes during which I can bring it back home. And the way, because I'm about to do this starting from every single starting note. So, and I always need to come up with a little way to bring it home. So for example, if I start here, go up to the next note, one more, back to where I started in a stepwise motion, then slide down, and then bring it home. I got 2 more notes, for example, but you can do that any old way you want. Just don't play that D because it's not part of the scale. tempting as it may be. But for the drill, I want to stay in pentatonic land only. Cool. So now I'm going to do that from every single spot. So I did it from the F, I did it from the G, now here comes the B flat. How about that as a walk down? And since I keep going up, I'm gonna keep the C, go to the C here now. So I'm closer to my next starting point. So that was the B flat, here comes the C. How about that? I might also, if I do that at tempo, go up to this high C. And when I do it at tempo, I will also bring in the F again because we're going from the 1 to the 4. So I might use this C because then it gives me a nice walk up to the next F. And then lastly, I'm starting from the E flat. And again, I'm following the same formula. So thank you, Aerosmith, because this one idea starting from here has given me now 5 ideas. Let's practice them. Let's start with 70% tempo, and I'm gonna play each station or position, if you will, twice. Ready for G. Cheers. Please subscribe to my channel. By the way, when you're on B flat, make sure you don't end up on that A flat by mistake. Sounds good, especially when I put the chord changes into the track, because that would then be the F minor pentatonic, right? But we don't want that. We want to stay in C minor pentatonic. The awareness of it's always the outer fingers that slide up and back. So used to the song, how it goes, so hearing it in the different iterations might throw you a little bit if you are, very familiar with the song. But that said, all of these 5 ways of playing this sound pretty cool, and they work. So 1 idea, 5 applications. It's fun because it really challenges your fingers, it gets the fretboard under your belt, and what you get are some musically interesting variations. And I have a second riff for you. Now that one, I love practicing through the cycle. Practicing through the cycle is something you're not really used to. I'm gonna approach it step by step. This is the lick we're talking about, okay, from the guitar solo. So we're just gonna do that section. That's exactly in the middle of that beat. Right? And then it's a chromatic approach to the root. So root, and you can do this as well. But you definitely want to slide with the pinky, because if you were to slide with your first finger, you're gonna have a hard time getting there. I mean, you could do this. You could get there somehow, but this is really comfortable. So in order to build this, what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with the cycle. You're just gonna play the root. Then we're gonna play the root and the slide up to the 5th. And once you have that, you just add the ending of the riff. Now notice how in this constellation I'm sliding up on the A string, And then I got 3 more strings to fill out that rest of the notes. If I do this on, let's say I start on the D string, then I just have to move up to the flat 3 major third on the G string, right? It's not a problem, but just a heads up, if you are doing the slide on the D string, just plan ahead and think about what are the notes I need? Flat 3 and 3 after the jump. You're fine up to the root, but then flat 3 and 3 up there. All right, let's do it. We're gonna start nice and easy with just the roots. Always think ahead. It's the cycle of descending fifths. Do you see that? I was just descending fifths or up a fourth. Doesn't see inversion. Cycle to the left, because that's what music does a lot. You feel like this whole thing sounds like I'm falling down the stairs and I just can't stop, right? It always pulls. It's always like a mini 5 to the 1, right? Now I'm gonna add the fifth to it. Slide up a fifth. Slide up a fifth. A flat. Up to E flat. D flat up to A flat. Shed that a little bit and then get it up to tempo. Shedding your technique, getting ideas for creative practice, that's what I'm all about. That's what we do in our membership, getting the fretboard under your belt systematically. I love teaching. I hope you join us. I hope you check it out, arispaceblock.com, and subscribe to my channel. Cheers.